Hello everyone and welcome to race number 11 of the Mountain Dew Custom Series season here at the Iowa Speedway for the running of the DeKalb Corn 200. Now, the way this looks, you see Matthew Eves starting on pole, DJ Gibson starting 4th in this race, Jake Galloway starting 9th in this race, Tim Foster starting 12th. Those are the 4 drivers that are within 16 points of that points lead, with of course Tim Foster being the points leader. Matthew Eves coming off the win at Talladega that threw him into this championship hunt. He is the one starting the highest out of all of them. Eli Bright, though, after that hard crash at Talladega, dropping him to last in the field, he is now 31 points behind points leader Tib Foster. That is the last driver within one race of Tib. So, those are the only 5 drivers who can afford to finish behind Tib. However, some can have to finish less behind him than others. Behind the top 5 in points, Colton Yo, Logan Bradley, Nicholas Wade, Gatlin Downey, Tyler McCall, Logan Cloud, Paul Jackson, and Jake Rogers. All of them are over a race behind, but within 2 races. So those guys are mathematically able to win a championship, but after this race, if they do not improve their point standing positions, they will not be able to fight for a championship in 2 weeks at Kansas. Those drivers all within striking distance, but really need to show up today. Only a few of them starting in front of Tib Foster, that being Tyler McCall, Logan Bradley, and I believe Jake Rogers. That is it. That is the only 3 drivers starting ahead. Tib Foster, the rest of these guys will be fighting for positions all race long. It should be exciting. 38 laps just like last season, where Brady Burkhart was able to win for Burkhart Morris Motorsports. Let's see who will win today. It's sure to be an interesting race, as just earlier TJ Hanley won in the Red Bull Short Track Showdown. Sam Picard came up in second. Sam running tonight in a plain white car, as Picard does not have sponsorship. Poland Springwater pulled out, and Burkhart Maurice is not seeking any more sponsorship opportunities this season, so that driver will be in a number 99 plain white Toyota. Let's go down trackside for the commands to fire the engines here at Iowa.
Drivers, start your engines!
And with that, the engines are fired. Matthew Eves and Nathan Orman, 2-time winner at short tracks this season, roll off on row 1 with Tyler McCall and DJ Gibson both looking to throw themselves into a championship hunt tonight. There you see Zachary Fitzwater rolling off in that 10th position. He has gotten some horrible news this week. Let's go back and look at that car. His sister now, breast cancer, going against his sister as she has contracted that this week. So Zachary Fitzwater driving a special breast cancer awareness car, and of course one of Fitzy's favorite words on the front of that hood. Just fits him properly, so thoughts and prayers to the Fitzwater family. Let's see and hope maybe he could show that he could win a race tonight for her. Matthew Eves and Nathan Ormond will be leading us down in that 83 and the 93. The 53 starting behind. You see Paul Jackson, Riley Spurley too. Still back there outside. Coming to the restart zone, coming down to the front straightaway. Green flag is out. 38 laps here at Iowa. And it's going to be Matthew Eves leading us down. A huge jump on the start there. Tyler McCall now jumps down to the inside. He's making a move for second. And now for the race lead already. We're going to have a flyby. All 34 cars flying into turn 3 here at Iowa. That was so fast, but it is Tyler McCall now into the race lead. Tib Foster almost bouncing into the wall, and that he will. Foster's going to collect the wall down the front straightaway. That's not good for that championship hunt. But now Tyler McCall moves himself into the race lead. Paul Jackson in second. Both of those drivers looking. They are outside one race behind points leader Tib Foster. They're trying to get it today. There's Sam Oskin in third. He is 22nd points. Jake Galloway, one of the championship contenders. And Zachary Fitzwater now moves himself into that 6th position in this race right away in that 59 car. But up in front, it is all Tyler McCall in that 19, trying to pull away, trying to win for Shepherd Racing. He's out in front. Oskin back there in second. Sam Oskin rumored to possibly be going to a truck team next season for part-time running. There's Matthew Eves, Dusty Neal as well, Logan Bradley, Casey Mears. There is Cody Smart in that number 1 car. Cody driving for Coca-Cola Motorsports in a deal with Texas Star Racing. Cody will be driving this car for the final 2 races. And Tib Foster, he got into the wall early. He's been just forced out, and he's all the way back, almost outside of the top 30. He's struggling right now in that 40 car. Got into the wall. He's getting just forced into the wall down the front straightaway by these guys running 2 and 3 wide. It's going to be a hard battle for him back up towards the front, as he can just not get off of that outside line. Alexander Rowe already has damage. There's Jake Galloway, one of the 4 championship contenders we got to watch for tonight. Tim Foster falling all the way back, giving Jake Galloway up here in second. That's a great run right now for this 4 team, and this could be a big threat for the championship. This could put him into the points lead heading into Kansas for Jones Galloway Racing. There's Dusty Neal now to the inside of Zachary Fitzwater. The 2 Onge Auto satellite teams, basically, Cloud9 and Fitzwater Australia Racing. Fitzy on the outside, dropping himself back to that 6th position. Matthew Eves right there. There's Austin Johnson in that 77. He ran earlier. Fitzwater bounces off into the outside wall. Look at Casey Mears in that 52 car now jumping to the inside with Cody Smart and Colton Lane pushing in that 89. But Casey Mears now making the move right towards the front, looking for a top 10 run after his team is very close to bankruptcy. Right now, there is Larry Hagan in his final start in the Mountain Dew Custom Series this season. Austin Johnson back into the outside wall. These guys really cannot run too wide down that front straightaway. The wall is very close when they go through, but now Tib Foster, you see Tib has already started just knocking cars back. He starts his charge towards the front that he's going to have to hope will be able to last this entire race for him. Colton Lane now getting shuffled up the track. Austin Johnson putting him into the outside wall almost, but now that'll hold him up. Luke Rainey in that 43 to the inside of the Monster Energy and the Monster Merch 43. There's Matthew Eves. There is DJ Gibson. So it looks like those guys, Eves outside of the top 10, Gibson outside of the top 10, Tibb fighting back there outside of the top 20, and Jake Galloway sitting up in second. This is pretty much giving Jake Galloway the points lead right now. Sam Oskin into the outside wall. And now the battle continues up front. Oskin wide. Paul Jackson making the move back. Tyler McCall on the inside. 5-car battle for this race lead. And now Paul Jackson out in front. You remember last season against Patrick Smith. He was the one that dumped Patrick Smith going into turn number 4 about halfway through the race. That was what sparked the Onge Auto Monster rivalry heading into the second half of the season, as of course Iowa was earlier on in the season schedule than that. Now you see Dusty Neal in that 49. Look at him making the charge towards the front, looking for that second position, and he even gets in there and moves Paul Jackson up the track. Maybe a little bit of Onge Auto retaliation there, a couple races late, but still, Zachary Fitzwater now making a move for the top 5 position in that 59 breast cancer awareness Dodge Charger. Up in front, Tyler McCall. Tyler doing what he needs to do to try to get himself into the championship hunt, but he is 54 points back. That is a very far gap that he's going to have to fight against. You will see a couple points in this race. There will be the points ticker showing you the guys that are in the battle for the championship and who aren't, as of now, how the point standings look. Zachary Fitzwater now moving into 4th. Iowa was the race, if you remember back in Season 1, he DNF'd here, blowing up pretty early on in the race. Season 2 wasn't much better, struggled for most of the race. Now he is in that 4th position, looking for the 3rd position. Dusty Neal bounces off the wall with Paul Jackson. Casey Mears on the inside of Dusty Neal now for that battle, but Tyler McCall maintaining the race lead. Let's go to the digger cam here as they go all around this track. All 34 cars still rushing fast. And as they run, there you see Sam Picard in that number 99 car, the unsponsored 99, just trying to race around this track, but it looks like he's just having problems. Nathan Orman started 2nd in this race. He's all the way back to last, but let's go ahead through the field and look. Casey Mears now. Jake Galloway just shoves Fitzwater out of the way. Casey Mears looking for a 3rd place run with Cody Smart. And now Fitzwater's going to bounce off the wall. These guys do not give much room to that outside line. Now they're starting to go kind of 2 and 3 wide here. Up front as Tyler McCall pulls away, but Casey Mears now into the 2nd position. Can he do something here in only his 2nd start at Iowa? Cody Smart up to 3rd for Coca-Cola Motorsports, the team that is still being sold off to Team Dr. Pepper Racing. This is the same car he'll be running next season. Now he's up here in that 3rd position. Can he do something in that one car? Paul Jackson 4th, Sam Oskin 5th. There is Luke Rainey in that 43. He's up inside this top 10 making a charge towards the front. There's Mathis Wells too. Let's take a look. 3 wide once again. Casey Mears getting shoved up, and now he is pushed up into the wall by Paul Jackson off of that corner. Still 3 wide, and now everyone just racing hard. These guys, this track very fast. You can run it almost wide open with how they set up the cars, but that just means you lose a lot of grip going through the corners, and especially on that outside line, you can lose a whole lot of time down the front straightaway through turns 3 and 4 and beyond. But now let's take a look at the championship contenders. Tyler McCall right now running in 1st. Jake Galloway sits back there in that 6th position. Paul Jackson in 7th. There's your top 10. Austin Johnson 13th. DJ Gibson back there in 14th. Nicholas Wade in 16th. Gatlin Downey 17th. Tim Foster back up to 18th. There is the battle there. 21st is now Logan Bradley. 22nd, Logan Cloud. 23rd, Jake Rogers. 24th, Matthew Eves. 26th, Colton Yo. There's Eli Bright. He's struggling back there in that 32nd position. Sam Picard right now 33rd. This race has gone by very quickly. 20 laps through the event already. And Jake Galloway on the inside. Cody Smart goes up the track. Galloway now making a move up to the 3rd position. Tyler McCall, though, in this 19 car. Let's just talk about him. With all the frantic laps these guys have been battling and all the battles, up front's been pretty calm. Tyler McCall out in front, his final and his one and only season in the NSDCA, and right now if he can win this race, he's looking at possibly being able to make a championship run at this. However, he is 54 points back. He is still 23 back from Jake Galloway, and Jake is up there in that 3rd position, which really would still put him on the outside looking in. But Tyler McCall out in front, 22 of 38 completed. These guys still fighting. Mathis Wells shoves that 43 up the track. And these guys, they race fast, they race hard here at Iowa. A lot of drivers do not give a lot of room, as these guys have pretty tight setups. And just you see them spin all around. There's Zachary Fitzwater now getting kind of muscled around by Casey Mears. DJ Gibson also in that mix. There is Dane Cruz for Anjado in that 46. He's right now the highest running Anjado driver. But Tim Foster in that 40, he just has to gain a few more spots. He just has to start moving himself up towards the front because he can still hold on to a championship battle lead. DJ Gibson 6 points behind him. DJ is right now, I believe, 9 positions ahead of him. Jake Galloway very far ahead of him. So Galloway, I think, would be the points leader at this moment unless DJ gets inside that top 10, which I believe he has already. But there's the battle now. The Monster Motorsports duo, Luke Rainey, Austin Johnson now being attacked by DJ Gibson. You also see Casey Mears, Colton Lane in that battle as well. But as they go, this race has been getting aggressive. Samet Oskin is now taking the race lead. Dusty Neal up there in 3rd. Jake Galloway 4th. We're going to have to watch the battle for the race lead here because it's getting just as exciting, especially with a championship contender. A driver who has to be desperate right now. Tyler McCall getting up there. Look at Mathis Wells. Caution is out here at Iowa. It looks like Caleb Henderson with damage. He's on pit road, and this will shake up the field. This will bunch us right back together. Samet Oskin leads us back around here at Iowa as the rest of the cars will funnel across the line. And this is what people were waiting for. The field got strung out. These guys have been running pretty quickly, and now is going to be crunch time. Up in front, they've had some time. The leaders, Oskin and Tyler McCall, have pulled away from the rest of the pack. They're going to be now being just jumped by everyone on this restart. And this restart will be crazy, but we'll go ahead, take a quick replay of what happened here, and we'll go back green. Under 10 laps to go at Iowa. And a dramatic finish we could see, especially as the last 2 seasons have come across with some great finishes here at Iowa. Let's go ahead and get you guys the replay of what happened to, I believe, Caleb Henderson. So Caleb was back here. He was running pretty far in the back. You see just in front of Tip Foster. But as he crosses the line, the car just shuts off on him. There's an issue on the car. I believe they said the battery just died on them. And you saw there was a puff of smoke that came out of the back of the car. So it looks like his day must be over. But he goes around. He's trying to creep it back around. And it will stall on the backstretch, bringing out the caution here as that car stalled just in front of where the leaders were coming. So they had to get the rescue crews to get out there and push him back. Caleb Henderson and his day looks to be over, and it will stack the field back up for some late race antics here at Iowa.
There's no clock on this job. Just the timeless hands of intuition and effort, ticking from within. An endless cadence of committed work, from the passing of Mother Nature's final frost to the hanging dew at harvest. Around here, wheels are always turning, and watches need no winding, because success never rests.
Lights on the pace car have gone out, and you see the field is all single filed back up, ready to go racing once again here at Iowa, and it is Samet Oskin over Tyler McCall up in front. You see further back, Henderson has brought it back out. Samet Oskin issues on the 06, and it looks like AJR Racing's storybook night is going to come to a close. Samet Oskin has not won the team. Both of their drivers Wide Quail, Sam Oskin, 21st and 22nd in points. A horrible season for AJR. Just gets worse. Tyler McCall for Shepherd Racing now out in front, with AJR's other driver, Mathis Wells, there in second. Dusty Neal third, Cody Smart fourth, and fifth, Jake Galloway. Sixth will be Hagan, seventh, Jackson, eighth, Lane, ninth, Austin Johnson, and 10th, DJ Gibson. Coming back to the restart zone. Oskin dives down. We're going to have 8 laps to go here at Iowa. Coming back around, and we will get the green flag. 8 to go, back in the air. We're racing once again at Iowa. Mathis Wells right on the back bumper. Dusty Neal is there as well. McCall walks it up the track. Wells is going to have to look to that inside, and he's going to get a bite under the inside with Dusty Neal down the back straightaway. And Wells trying to get the push. There's Cody Smart. Jake Galloway trying to lead the points championship going into next week, into 2 weeks at Kansas. DJ Gibson is still there. Tim Foster's going to have to work with Zachary Fitzwater to get around him. Matthew Eves has dropped all the way to the back of the pack. Dusty Neal now makes the move on Mathis Wells for that second position. Contact there possibly between the two of them, but Neal, you remember back to Texas, he was moved by Austin Johnson trying to win that race. Now Neal is back in a position to win a race. Jake Galloway, remember, he's in fourth. He's looking to lead the points championship heading in, but he has DJ Gibson not too far back. Dusty Neal now clearing Mathis Wells if he can try into second. Neal now clears into second, now has sights set on Tyler McCall. Wells up the track, so does Larry Hagan go. McCall out in front. Now Neal is going to dive it on in. Jake Galloway, he's never won a race in the NSDCA. Neither has Paul Jackson. Oh, wait, Paul Jackson won in the Truck Series. My mistake. Jake Galloway, Dusty Neal, Tyler McCall, and Mathis Wells, your top 4, have never won a race in the NSDCA. Down the front straightaway, 4 laps to go at Iowa. And Neal diving down to the inside. Tyler McCall on the outside, side by side for this race lead. Mathis Wells now looking to the inside of Jake Galloway. 3 wide further back with Zachary Fitzwater making moves. We're coming around to 3 laps to go. McCall on the outside, Neal on the inside. This is what it looked like back in Season 1 when it was Diego Yepes versus Jacob Edson for the race win. They held it side by side for 2 laps and came to the closest finish in NSDCA history. Dusty Neal is now going to clear Tyler McCall down the back straightaway. Can he do it for Cloud9 Autosport? McCall needs to win this race to even have a shot at making the championship. Coming down the front straightaway, 2 laps to go. It's going to be a 3-car battle. Mathis Wells is in this. McCall goes up the track trying to find Neal. Coming around, it will be the white flag next time by. Down the back straightaway, Dusty Neal trying to win it. Wells all over the back of him. You see further back Colton Lane getting up into this mix. Shepherd Racing looking for an historic night with Tyler McCall and Colton Lane. Down the front straightaway into turn 1. McCall gets to the inside of Neal. He muscles him out of the way. Neal goes up the track. McCall to the inside. And down into turn 4 for the final time. Neal gets moved out of the way. Coming through the corner, Tyler McCall will bring Shepherd Racing its first career victory. In a very slow second half, Tyler McCall comes home with the race victory. The question is, will that put him into the hunt for the championship? I don't know. He was 54 points back. Tim Foster fought his way back into the top 15. Jake Galloway was up there as well. So we will see at the end of this race. Dusty Neal comes home a close second once again. But Dusty, it's been a great season for him and Cloud9 Autosport. And going full-time next season for this team could be a great chance for him to win a championship, because he is already up to 19th in points, not racing 4 races this season. Thank you guys so much for tuning in here at Iowa. It looks like a crash after the finish. Zachary Fitzwater making his extra laps around. Camden Luca with damage. But anyway, we will see you guys next time. The next race in the Mountain Dew Custom Series is at Kansas for the finale. And of course, we do have the Crown Royal Truck Series race here coming tomorrow night. There's Zachary Fitzwater with that breast cancer awareness car. He comes home 18th. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. You'll see who the drivers fighting for the championship will be. See you guys next time here in the Mountain Dew Custom Series, the Crown Royal Truck Series, the NSDCA. Thank you guys so much for watching.